is the NBA on.
See that? Get a good look at that. Get a good look at that. I got my basketball here because I'm disappointed that the writers killed my man Freaky Zeke, because I had visions of what a Tejada plus Zeke NBA All-Star game would have looked like in Atlanta, New York, Los Angeles, anywhere you take them in the Tejadas. We could have been saying Freaky Zeke, and his last name is Cross. They could have called it the Zeke crossover instead of the Killer crossover, the Zeke crossover. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Lamont Tyson in the building. Company will be coming to join me in a few minutes. How did y'all like that episode? I liked it. I love it when a lot of things I say come true. So let's just go ahead and start out from the very beginning. Here's a video I did when the show first started. It says, and I'll read you, mind you, it says 3 months ago, and hardly any of y'all watched. It only got 4,000 views. It says, Blanca shows up in Power Book 2 and Force. So keep that in mind. Yes, I got that right too. I told y'all Lauren was dead at first, but y'all beat me across the head and said because she didn't enter the room and because they didn't show the body, that means she's alive. My argument was because she was in the dream, I felt like she was dead. And then I backpedaled on it. I was like, you know what? If y'all think she's alive, I'm going to rock with you. So I went with that. I went that way with y'all. But I told you they was going to get Zeke. I told you they was going to get Mecca. And I told y'all Blanca was coming back. And then last but not least, what have I been calling for the whole entire year? That my sweetie pie Yaz rides off into the sunset with Tasha. And ladies and gentlemen, she did. And I'm happy. But how did you guys feel about the idea of Tariq becoming a lawyer? That ain't a bad idea, to be honest with you. If they ever want to sunset the series, he can become a lawyer. But now that Zeke is dead, Stearns has no more use for him. Not to mention that Braden, which is something we all agreed on, everybody agreed Braden won't snitching on Tariq. I mean, that was 100% agreement across everybody. But Braden implicated Stearns Enterprises in cahoots with a drug organization known as Course Correct. So that's going to have some blowback next year. Stearns is going to have some blowback. And what the hell do he need Tariq for now? Oh, Freaky Zeke is dead. And we got to deep dive into all this and keep this in mind, people. We are going to come back for Tommy around 3:30. If you find me for the first time live, Zeke crossover, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Coming to see me this week live, my people. Imani Lewis, Hightown, she'll be here Wednesday talking all things Hightown and her career. But for my Power fans, I know you got questions. And shout out to every one of the Life Game squad that hit me on Instagram. Questions, story news, all that. This is for you. Send me your question to this guy right here. Shane Johnson. You guys know him as Cooper Sacks. Will be here Thursday night. And I want you guys to flood my Instagram with questions for Cooper Sacks. Why did he do what he did at the end of this episode? How is he going to be behaving next season? And is he really in love with Jenny, or was this just a life thing he needed to make happen? Folks, let's go ahead and get on into it. The wife will be here in a minute. Let me shout out every single 150 of y'all that are in here in under 5 minutes. I am grateful. I'm appreciative. Thank you for keeping coming. I'll be back for Tommy, and we're going to make this thing fun. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to read some comments before we actually start today. So let me read some comments because a lot of people got a lot of things to say. And for y'all still beating up Diana, Diana showed you that she's loyal to her family and to her Poppy. But I will agree, if she wouldn't have told Poppy what was in that bag, well, I don't know. I can't say that because Poppy wanted Dante dead anyway. He wanted Mecca dead. So even if she wouldn't have said to him that he was an informant, I still think he would have tried to take him out. But for the sake of transparency and love to my audience, I will say to you guys, she didn't help Mecca stay alive. I mean, Zeke stay alive, because Lorenzo went to that airplane hangar with the bad intentions of taking out Mecca and made a mistake. So now the role of trusted parent flips on Lorenzo. Is he going to come clean and tell Monet and the rest of the family that the other half of family that Monet had, he took them out? So now I'm going to have to be on him if he don't come clean to the family in the manner Diana has been keeping everybody honest. And then I got a question for y'all. Let's say Diana puts 2 and 2 together, because Diana is every government agency you can think of with alphabet acronyms. She's the DEA, she's the FBI, she's the CIA. Will she put 2 and 2 together and realize that her dad shot Zeke in a mistake and wound up spilling the beans to Monet? Would that make y'all feel better about her? I'm fine with Diana. Diana's my new girl on the show right now. Damn Effie. Damn the rest of the females up there. Damn Jenny. Diana is my girl I'm riding with now, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me read some of these comments. Here we go. Silence Jackson says, it's the first time in a series Tariq is clean. Monet killed Mecca. Lorenzo killed Zeke. Monet got Megram killed. Well, they intimated that she killed Megram, Professor Addiction. Now, granted, they didn't say how. They didn't say what methods. I still believe she told her to get up there, held a gun to her face, and say, either I'm going to kill you or you kill yourself. And we got Dante Jewel. Diana got to go. I'm tired of her. She puts in no work and legit Dre 2.0. Nope, Diana's going to stay. Not getting rid of Diana. Let's see here. Gary James, protect Diana at all costs. Absolutely. She's the glue keeping the truth in that family. The glue keeping the truth in the Tejada family is Diana. Put them hammers up for my homegirl, Moochie. Let's see here. Faux PD1 says, Diana nosy. What black person that's older do you know that ain't nosy? Every old person, old woman, black old woman especially, is nosy. Diana is just getting her practice on real early on in life. That's how I see it. My homegirl Tressa C. Tariq has become a lawyer. What else can a Congo studies major do? He be a professor, Tressa C. He could be a professor like Tate, well, or he could be a politician. Sean Mitchell, yo, Lamont is Mitch. Let me put your comment up here, Big Mitch. Even though he didn't die in the episode, I thought he would. I am technically still correct about my pick saying Zeke was gonna go bye-bye. Yeah, man, we look. I took notes. Take a look at that. Look at that. That's T Streams, that's Miss K, that's Moochie, that's me, and that's Larry. Some of them got parts of the folks right, but only one person got it all right. Not only did I get that right, I told y'all Rodriguez was coming back. I said Tasha was going to get Yaz, so we got it. Now let's get into the recap. Let me start out with a super chat from Sweet November, my homie. Braden has immunity, so what he said can't come back into the fold. That's why he did it. Yeah, and he made his daddy upset, and now his daddy is pulling him out of school, but he's still ready to ride and die. And even though Tariq said to him, I'm not in the game anymore, the minute I realized that he was sending Yaz away, I said, Tariq's still in this game. So now it makes you wonder, how is Tariq going to perform the drug game? Not to mention, Effie done gone back to New Haven. So everybody done gone to their separate corners, and we got a whole lot to see what's going on. So people, let's go ahead and get into this thing. Let's start out with one of my favorite clips that gave essence to this story, and I can't wait to see his particular story come out, and I'm talking about my guy, Short Man Tate. Take a look at this.
And guilty as charged. Okay, Steven, I mean, come on, you're not caving into this beer. Whoa. This is ancient history. It's a fucking Halloween party. Blackface leaves Black Mark as disgraced congressman vacates office. A headline like that goes viral.
Damn right.
Bullshit. Surely you can't just go easy on the bronzer. For the cameras. Smug, arrogant nigga.
He ain't even sound right saying that.
Ben Carson can do it. So, what do you say?
Rick ain't even sound right trying to say nigga. I think he was uncomfortable on set using that word because in real life, this guy is a huge supporter of minority and women's rights, and it probably hurt him to have to say that word. It didn't even sound right. I would have rather him say it like a Southern Confederate general, nigga, but he ain't say it like that. He said it in a way where he was uncomfortable, and they went with it. But you knew Tate was going to tongue whip him. So this particular episode, we started out from the very beginning. Monet, we actually got a smile out of Monet. You know, old emotionless Monet gave us a smile. She's on this boat with Dante Mecca, and he's giving her some more jewels. The crown jewel was that ring, which he doesn't have, and they didn't show us what Method Man did with that ring. Do I think that ring is going to come back up? Because we, the fans, like it so much, I do think we're going to see that ring one more time. But here in this instance, he's just talking about we need to get up out of here, and I need your dumbass son, Kane, to go on ahead, pull the trigger on Renzo. And, you know, she's basically going with it, but what she doesn't know is that she's got a plan brewing in her mind to double-cross him and save Lorenzo Tejada. Next scene, we get Effie talking to Tariq. And in this moment, you know, Reek is feeling really, really all alone. And he's feeling really sad about what happened to Lauren. Okay. He's real upset about what happened to Lauren. This is why I can't trust Effie. You know, my people down up in my New Edition said it best. Never trust a big butt and a smile. Well, you damn sure can't trust Effie because she lied about Lauren. She know exactly what happened to Lauren. I would love to know how she killed Lauren. Did she tie Lauren up? Did she tie her hands to the steering wheel and she dove out the car as it was going over a ravine? How did she get Lauren killed in a car accident? Somebody post me your comments on how you think that story went down. And then we got Freaky Zeke meeting up with his daddy. And Zeke is, you know, worried about the fact that Mecca believes in Monet loving him. He even says to him, look, if you believe Monet this way, I probably shouldn't believe you. But you know how he was able to overcome the apprehension of Zeke? He bribed him, basically. He said, look, you take this car. And by the way, Zeke is a little too big for that damn little ass car. He'd be looking like Tweety Bird up in that bitch. Big head, little body, little car. But Zeke took the car anyway. And Dad said, look, this jet is going to be wheels up tomorrow. Come with me. And I pretty much had an idea Zeke was going to do it because he can go to the NBA from anywhere in the world. And when you got a dude that's got these kind of connections and money, hey, you want to make up and get in there. We get to Monet talking to Kane, telling him, look, you need to kill your daddy. I got this plan. But did you notice how they never really gave Kane the full details of everything? Even when these events unfolded, Kane was still mad that they was icing him out. And I understand why, because Kane has shown us that throughout this season, he can make some smart decisions, but overall, he's not that bright. So they kind of kept him in the dark about everything so that he wouldn't mess it up. And in this instance, he's looking at his mama and saying, I do not want to kill my daddy. And he probably wasn't going to do it. But in a very instant, she said to him, she pulled the one thing that she knew would give him an emotional reaction. She said, Tariq killed his daddy for his family. And for whatever the reason, Kane has just had this massive hard-on for Tariq. And he's like, you know what? Well, damn, if Tariq can do it, shit, I'm Kane. I kill people on the street for a living. I eat niggas for breakfast. I can kill my daddy too. So he mans up and decides, you know what? I'm going to take this dude out and I'm going to kill him. The one thing we all agreed on, and I do mean everybody agreed on this, we knew good and damn well Braden was not going to tell on Tariq. We knew it. We knew it. And he gets up here on the stand, and everything Jenny wanted him to say, he said the complete opposite. And he also said that he was the president of Course Correct, pulls paper out of his pocket, slams it on the table, and said, bam, from Stern Enterprises, I am the president of the drug organization known as Course Correct. And basically he saved Tariq because they dismissed his case. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we're all thinking that because of what he did, he gets immunity. No, he don't. There was no conviction. Jenny ain't get no conviction. He don't get no immunity. He don't get nothing. If she wants to come back after them, she will, because she got no conviction. Tariq is walking a free man. Now, Braden probably has messed it up with Stearns. Stearns is going to be like, Tariq, why did you let him get on the stand? And first of all, Stearns don't even know that this was going on because Stearns' boyfriend did this behind his back. And if you guys remember, the boyfriend said, I don't need this to get back to Simon Stearns. So now that Braden done put it out there, Stearns Enterprises might have some issues. Simon Stearns might have some issues. But my people, the one thing that all these white dudes got going for themselves that black folks don't have is white privilege. And Stearns is a powerful white guy. Braden's daddy is a powerful white guy. And none of us should lose any sleep about what's going to happen to these white dudes on this show, because they always get the writing going their direction, like it's white power in the writing. Ladies and gentlemen, look who decided to join me 20 minutes late. As Elle would say, hi. So how did you like this episode?
It was good. I think they did a good job of putting a bow on, a nice little neat bow on everything.
They did.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to fit in this room with you. I'm sure you got the big head because of all your predictions, but I'm fitting, kind of. I'm hanging in here a little bit. You can see me, right?
No, we can't see you because you took my tissue shades, and the fans wanted my tissue shades.
You don't need those.
Yes, I do need them.
See the big head. I even got half, maybe a third of the screen. He let me come up there.
Are you trying to say my head's so big? I'm creating an eclipse of your head, like I'm the sun and you the moon.
They see I'm barely in here. Hey.
I just had a joke about Zeke big head being in that little ass car looking like Tweety Bird. So you trying to say that about me? Whatever. What the hell ever. And moving right along, pay her no attention. Her jokes ain't funny. Mine are. So then we get to Davis McClain and Tariq. This was funny. Tariq's like, I want my money back. You ain't get me off. Braden got me off. And then Tariq tells him, you double dipping. And you, honey, you know what I'm thinking, because I know corporate America. Everybody in corporate America is cheating and double dipping.
Right.
But our boy Davis McClain had to tell him, look, bro, you go do your little funky thing and go tell on me. But that's going to put Kane right back in the spotlight, and then that's going to bring your ass down. So
I was thinking, ain't that like an N-word?
Look, you can say
got you off. He done got you off, and you coming up here talking about run me my money back, give me some of my money.
That's some nigger rigging.
Oh goodness,
that's what that
you
is.
Need to go somewhere.
Well, he ain't buying it, and then he winds up telling Tariq, "You would be a damn good lawyer." And you know what, honey? I told the audience, I said, "Look, I could see them sunsetting this show with Tariq getting a law degree, and then whatever show Power has transitioning after this." Tariq can represent those people as an attorney, as a dirty attorney. He can be the new Davis McClain.
Yeah.
Post your comments what you think.
He could be selling drugs. He could be the drug kingpin and under the guise of a lawyer.
He could do that. He could set up a whole law firm that does all this stuff for the drug lords. He can hire Diana as the accountant, let her finish school. She work with him, be the accountant, and then Effie can be the private investigator. All in the same law firm with Tariq.
Oh,
see, when y'all gonna put me in that writer's room, I can make that story fire. Post your comments down below. Then we get Jenny talking to Cooper Sacks, and honey, she did it. She pulled out the tears. A real man don't fall for women when they come to them all sad and stuff like that. Ain't that right, honey? Real men don't fall for women when they come crying and shit and sad and tearing up.
You done pointed out how many scenarios of when you would have folded when these women was crying.
What?
Oh, we don't remember that.
No, ain't nobody predict that.
Okay.
But anyway, Jenny is just playing sax like a country fiddle. Oh, I got Lauren killed and I lost my case and yada, yada, yada. And honey, talk about this scene, how Cooper Sax folded like a lawn chair on a summer night.
Is this the episode where the scene when she revealed about Lauren?
This is when she caught him at the bar.
I still thought she was lying. I thought she was just using that as a way to get him to give some type of information that she could use to get Tariq later. Mm-hmm. So I still hadn't accepted the fact, even though she said it, I hadn't accepted the fact that Lauren was dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, she's dead. And you and our good friend and sister, Miss Goodman, tried to tell me Lauren wasn't dead because she didn't go in the room. My argument was she was in the dream. Mm-hmm. You're in the dream, you're dead. And they're saying that she's dead. But this is going to be a conspiracy from now to next season. Is Lauren really dead or was this fake? Because they could have faked it.
Is she in witness protection?
Could be.
I guess
could be.
If that's the case, then the only person who knows is Effie. That Effie,
But Effie wouldn't help her in witness protection, And the way Effie knocked her out and threw her in the backseat of the car.
So Effie could think that she crashed a car with Lauren in it and she died.
Exactly.
Lauren didn't die. I don't know.
Yeah. For all we know, Lauren could have escaped. So that's just going to remain a mystery. But for now, the writers wanted to believe that Lauren is dead. Mm-hmm. Lauren's dead. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And then Monet meets up with Reek. And Reek tells Monet everything about, global snitching ass Mecca. And that's when these two come up with a plan that is going to involve keeping Kane in the dark. We need Kane to pretend like he's going to kill Lorenzo because that's going to lure out Mecca. But we don't need Kane to know the whole truth because Kane is a fuck up. Mm. And so they conspire and she sends Tariq to go get Kane involved and it works. So talk to this meetup with with Tariq and Monet.
Mm. Now, I was mad for Kane this episode.
You was mad for Kane?
Yeah, everybody leaving him in the dark. And he know that he get left in the dark later. I mean, when he find out, it's just like, oh goodness, they keep lying to me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, if y'all using this dude, if y'all having him do all the stuff that he do, at least give him a little bit of respect.
No, you can't give.
You got to the point where they're getting this guy to work himself up to kill his daddy. Do you know what type of mental gymnastics and flips and emotional state that he had to come to convince himself to kill his father? And then when he gets to the point to do it, they be like, oh no, we was just playing. You ain't gonna kill him.
You got to be an Olympic gold medalist of mental gymnastics to get to the point where you want to kill your mother or father.
And then you work yourself up to do it, and they be like, oh no. Mm-hmm. Now, if that get back to Lorenzo.
No, if I was him, Monet told Lorenzo the plan.
He told Lorenzo the plan, but she told Lorenzo, but she didn't tell.
Because in the next scene, she goes and tells Lorenzo, "Look, we got this plan to draw out Mecca. It's going to involve Kane coming to act like he's going to kill you, but I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna handle the business."
But she didn't say Kane really think he about to come kill.
No, she didn't say that.
That's a huge difference.
She didn't say that.
That's a huge difference.
And if she would have said that, then that would have ruined the plan. She can't tell him that. But this was when we first realized that McKeever, one of Mecca's boys, Lorenzo kind of was looking at him with the side eye, like, can I trust this clown? Mm-hmm. This is when he sent them out so that he could have this conversation with Mo.
I'm like, bottom line, that's a test of loyalty. I'm sure Mo or Nene or whatever we're going to call her.
Right.
I'm sure she feels good knowing that her son chose her over Lorenzo.
Okay.
But if you were Lorenzo and you knew that your son was really about to come kill you for your mama, you would feel salty. Yeah. You would feel some type of way.
Definitely. There are some people in here who probably saying they ain't got no problem with that because Diana chose the daddy over Monet. didn't she?
True.
She did. She chose daddy over Monet. Only difference is she wasn't about to kill her mama.
But daddy chose everybody else over Kane. So I guess you could say it's justified every way,
It's
all
in
the
the
way
family.
around.
It's in the family, man.
Goodness.
A lot of mess in that. I do not want to be related to the Tejadas. I don't even want to be their friend. I don't want to have nothing to do with no Tejadas. Then we get the conversation between little Reek and Braden. And Reek is just giving Braden props for what he did, but the dad pulled him out of this school, and they're just kind of talking about what's going on. And then all of a sudden, mysteriously, Reek just figures out that somehow or another Diana got the code to get into his phone.
Mm-hmm.
He's Tariqa Domistress, huh? Tariqa Domistress. He just has telepathy. He damn Professor X from the mutants. I just figured this shit out on my own.
It must have been.
Yeah, just figured it. And then after that, Kane walks in the room, and this is when Tariq gives him a pep talk from hell. Look, bro, you think you tough? I'm tough. I killed my daddy, and that's gonna change you. Kane looking at him like, damn, this dude really is tough. And that convinced Kane.
I want to be tough like you, Tariq.
Yeah, I want to
kill my daddy.
Right, I want to be tough like you, and I want to have sex with your sister. You want to be like Tariq now?
Okay.
Because, the way he's been hating Tariq, they say that type of flattery means they want to be like you. He's hated Tariq this whole season.
What you say? You hate me because you ain't me?
Yep, you hate me because you ain't me. He got him to go do it. Then we get to this. Oh, freaky Zeke go meets detective waiting to exhale and look goofy as hell in here. I just got to admit that. He came in there for nothing. Why did you, if you weren't going to go in there and tell him what you knew about Monet, why did you come in there? Mm-hmm. And look at how detective waiting to exhale is looking at him. That's all you came in here for? Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that, honey.
Yeah, that scene didn't make no sense whatsoever. I mean, for him to walk, I just want to still make sure y'all think that she committed suicide. That's all I came to do. I just want to make sure that was the case. Mm-hmm. And then he turns and leaves.
Yeah, what, bro?
So what's the point of this? Are they gonna?
Well,
is this gonna come up later where they're gonna think that maybe there was foul play involving Carrie because now Zeke is dead, or what was the point of this scene? Why not just cut this from the scene from the episode completely?
I cannot tell you what was the point. The only thing I can come up with was maybe Kane is still dealing with his emotions of trusting his mama and the pain of the person he loved, which was Professor Addiction, being dead. Mm-hmm. And maybe in his heart, he had every intention to walk in here and say, you know what, I think I know someone that could be a person of interest. And when he gets in there and looks at this dude, he just couldn't pull the trigger to say, my sweetie pie was taken out by my mama. Mm-hmm. He just couldn't pull the trigger and do it.
Do you think this could have been what made him finally decide to get on that plane? Maybe.
And I think that too. That was a pivoting point. No, this ain't the pivot. The pivot for him to get on that plane comes later, and we'll talk about that. But that's you own it, girl. You own it. Goodness. You own it. Daggone right, you own it. All right, and then we get this scene where we get the trust attorney for Tariq has done met up with Tariq to say that he's going to get back Yaz. And in the midst of all this, he met up with Cooper Sachs. Cooper Sachs comes and breaks the news down to Tariq that Lauren is dead. And this is the moment I realized he actually cared about Lauren more than he cared about Effie and Diana. Mm-hmm. Tariq cared about Lauren more than both of these women. Mm-hmm. Effie is just kind of there. She's just a girl that's just real good in bed. His heart was in Lauren. Talk about this, honey.
Or is he just consumed with so much guilt because of all the death that he's had to deal with?
Ain't no guilt. Well, he might have some guilt, but I mean, he still cared about her.
He didn't want nobody else in the death room.
He's not consumed with guilt when it comes to any of these other people he killed with, except for maybe Raina. Mm-hmm. He certainly ain't consumed with this kind of guilt when it comes to Jabari, his daddy. And if you're going to be consumed with guilt, I would assume you would be very consumed with guilt over your father of anybody you killed. The fact that he showed this much concern for Lauren tells me that he had a deeper connection to her than what they probably led someone to believe.
Well, I think somebody pointed out at that episode when he said something about the ones you love, you can't trust, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Boy, you can't trust that Effie, boy. That Effie.
Look who he stuck with.
That Effie. Well, you still got Diana. You know.
No, he don't really got her either because he knows she done betrayed him.
I mean, he's betrayed them too. So at the end of the day, you know, betrayal. Look at that whole Tejada house.
Mm-hmm.
The whole damn Tejada house is a house of betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
They should have named that show House of Cards because them things are just stacking on top of each other, and one of them gonna boot, the whole thing gonna fall apart.
Well, Effie ain't do nothing different than nobody else did.
That's true.
She doing what's in his best interest.
Yeah, that's right.
Or what she feels is his best interest.
Mm-hmm. Then in the next scene, we get Davis McClain talking to Cooper Sacks, and just Cooper Sacks decided to come in here and chastise McClain up a little bit, like, bro, you knew all this stuff was going on behind scenes. You let Tariq, our client, listen to that phone call. And then Davis McClain had to dig all up in Cooper Sacks a little bit. Bruh, yeah, like you squeaky clean. Mm-hmm. You ain't squeaky clean. I know about you and what you did for Ghosts and everything like that. Mm-hmm. You need to be working on getting things right with my brother. And then we get the big reveal. But most of us have been said this. We had said this when we first met Davis McClain, brother Theo, that Theo took the bid for Davis McClain. Right. That's when a long time ago. They revealed it this scene talking about that whoever killed Theo, whoever the person was involved in that case, was 4 inches taller than Theo. Mm-hmm. That's Davis McClain. Mm-hmm. And Cooper Sacks said, dude is innocent. Mm-hmm. He can get it done. Right. What's going on with this, honey? What's going to be the backstory? Is this how Davis McClain going to go down?
I don't see him going down. I think next season is probably going to be them trying to get his brother out of jail. But I think Davis McClain is going to be able to skate through. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to C Mac, man. I got to agree with you. Davis McClain was one of the better performances this whole season. I would say him, Mecca, Diana acted her ass off. Those are probably 3 of the most iconic acting performances this whole entire season. Davis McClain, every time he went up there doing his job in the courtroom, you couldn't take your eyes off him. Every time Diana pissed y'all off, you couldn't take your eyes off her. And Mecca, he was extremely menacing. You couldn't take your eyes off him until these last 2 episodes.
Can I throw
Tate's
hat in the mix?
How in the world did I forget about my man, Short Man? He represented the Short Man squad. Goodness. My boy Tate too. I would say those have been the best acting performances on this season. Got to give it out to them. And shout out to my boy Meth McClain, man. It was on the cover of the magazine the other day. He's doing big things. Shout out to him. All right, honey. Now here we go with Reek feeling like he's all alone. Oh, po Reek. Oh, po Reek. Po Reek. Po Reek. He feels like he's all alone. And he's telling Effie, he done got this girl killed. There's nobody there for him. And then Effie says, Tariq, you're not alone.
You got me.
You got me. But the fact that he didn't mention her in the beginning tells you how he really feels about her.
I can get with that.
So go ahead. How you feel about it, honey?
Yeah. She basically is going to have to try to cover her tracks. Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine what's going to happen if he finds out that she had anything to do with Lauren dying.
Kane going to say something.
That's going to be a mess.
Kane going to say something. Kane going to say something. And
Kane or Braden. So the people that know is Braden.
Braden already done lied. And imagine how.
Well, Braden said she went off. She drove off.
Yeah, but Braden know that she didn't drive off. Braden know that Effie drove her off. So Braden is done lied to him when they supposed to have a clean slate.
He's still somebody that can reveal that information later. Yep. If Effie piss him off or something goes down, he knows that Effie has something to do with her dying.
Ooh. But at the end of the day, Tariq revealed in that whole exchange, he ain't really feeling Effie the way that she think he is. He's not. He ain't feeling her like that. Then, honey, we get our first glimpse at Tasha St. Patrick, who I've been telling y'all this the whole year. I've been telling y'all this the whole year. The best thing for Yaz, and the only reason why Tasha wouldn't have Yaz the whole time is because the big reveal at the end is she's gonna come swoop in and scoop up my dear Yaz.
And you said that time, I'm just like, no,
over
that
and
ain't
over.
gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what y'all kept telling me.
Whatever.
That's what y'all keep telling me.
Tasha
man.
gone.
Mm-hmm.
If she could have had Yaz, she would have been had Yaz.
Mm-hmm. As this is what my daughter does when this show called Blippi comes on. Told y'all. But look at this thing. Wherever they got her in Witset, I thought this was very telling. She's looking back, smiling at that picture. You notice how everybody's in that picture except for the man that created them children. Mm-hmm. That is a very damning and revealing piece of information. She's like, Ghost is spit to her now. Mm-hmm. The man that made them babies for you, that put you in this high dollar Witset life as you are writing a novel, starting a new life. You ain't got the audacity to put him in the pictures with the family. Damn.
Oh, goodness. The man who left her.
He didn't leave her.
He did. He basically leave her for Angela.
No, he didn't leave her. He didn't leave her. He was dibble-dabbling, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
He was dibble-dabbling. You know, that penis was dirty as hell. But he didn't leave her.
Yes, he left her.
He kept taking care of her, paying the bills, which is what a lot of women want on IG. They want a man that's going to pay the bills. Mm-hmm. He paid the bills.
Well, his face is in that picture in the face of her children.
Don't none of them children look like him.
When she look at that picture, she see Ghost 3 times.
Oh, God. Then we get Tamika delivering my sweet Yaz. Shout out to you, Yaz. I've rocked with you and your folks the whole year because y'all been following me. I'm gonna hit you up so you can get up here and talk about how great you did on this show because you had a top 5 performance too, Yaz. I've rocked with you. But she gets Yaz. Her new name is Olivia, and she just wants a puppy. Mm-hmm. And they're not supposed to have any contact with Tariq. Honey, was you
then mentioned Tariq about 4-5 times,
like over and over, right? Over and over and over again. Was you happy to see these two reunite?
Yeah,
and it feels so good.
And give somebody in that family a happy ending, something, because she's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, let her go live with her daddy, her mama. But you know good and well it's not over. Tariq gonna be interacting with him, and her life is gonna be in danger again, unfortunately.
Tasha was a fan favorite. Mm-hmm. I definitely like this Yaz. You see a situation where they will bring Tasha back into the fold somehow with Yaz.
Or Tariq is going to try to meet up with them or communicate with them some kind of way. Because you see, he was already in the van, just sitting there looking.
He was sitting. Yeah, he was sitting in the van
and
looking.
About to try to jump out.
If it wasn't for Cooper Sacks.
Yeah, and you know, and Tasha looked at the van. I'm like, why is she looking at the van like that? Because she looked at it and kind of smiled.
Yeah, because Tariq was sitting.
She knew he was in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was nice of Tamika. Mm-hmm. Tamika made all that happen.
Right.
And I love Tamika's acting. Now she can act her ass off too. Now we need to see more of Tamika. Then we get to the scene where Drew and Diana is about to run the plan with the fake bags, but Diana is going to have the real bag. Mm-hmm. Tariq don't want Diana to look in the bag because she's trying to. I don't think exactly. There you go. And Drew is telling Diana, "Do not look in the bag." I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I rocks for Diana, but I knew automatically Diana nosy ass looking in the bag. I just knew it. Like that is my girl. But one thing she can't do, she can't keep a secret, which is why I think next season she gonna tell on Lorenzo. Do I need to write that down? For y'all that be hating on me because I like Diana, Diana is going to tell on Lorenzo that he is the one that wound up shooting Monet, baby, and there's going to be more turmoil in that house.
I can see that happening.
That's happening.
I can see it.
Or
do you feel like she loved her daddy so much that she wouldn't tell on him? Is he the one person in the family that she would not tell on?
Well, no, because the last 2 episodes, we have seen there's some tension between daddy and baby girl. Mm-hmm. However, there was a scene in this episode that he let baby girl know that what she does is the smartest thing for the whole family, which is why everybody's still trying to bash Diana for. But the daddy said himself, what you do is stay in steps ahead of what's going on in the family. Mm-hmm. So maybe there was some tension building that you could say could be the reason why she might turn on him. But to this point, I would say no, as of now. So then we get old Freaky Zeke going right back to Detective Waiting to Exhale. And we thinking that, you know what? He might go ahead and spill these beans. The detective waiting to exhale. But you know what he did, honey? He lied. Detective waiting to exhale had the picture of Monet at the red light. Mm-hmm. Shows it to Freaky Zeke. Freaky Zeke lied and said she was about to pick him up before the death. What was the point, honey? What was the point?
He was covering up for his mother.
And this is the pivoting point for him. This was when he made up in his mind, you know what?
I already lied for her.
Yeah, I done lied for her. I'm going to just get on this plane with him. And then they stick his tall ass in this little ass car with that big head covering up the whole side of the window. Poe Zeke in a fast car. Oh, goodness. And he's driving that car to that jet. That's where he's going. But if only he knew he was about to go to the jet and get shot in the back. Damn. And then we had the little shootout with Reek, Lorenzo, and Kane. We had the little shootout. And after they take out all of Mecca's men, they realize, look, somebody need to go get Diana. Kane, you need to go get your brother. And this is the text that they sent back to Mecca to let him know what was going on. But Mecca, being the smart dude that he is, his ass realized something ain't right. And then he puts in a phone call to who we now know is Blanca Rodriguez, of which I told y'all, honey, I had to brag about this too. Look at this. That was done 3 months ago. What does it say? Blanca shows up in both Power Book 2 and Power Book Force.
But did you say what she was going to do?
I didn't need to say what she was going to do.
Oh, goodness.
I just knew she was going to show up. So he texts her. He gives her the phone call like, yo, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm in a heap of trouble. And those of you that ain't from the South, a heap is a lot. A big heaping of shit is something that comes out of a horse. And that's what he's saying. But nobody gets there in time. And then we get to this scene, honey.
You don't realize the enemy is already in the room.
Already in the house. But we knew Monet had to be the one to kill him. But we'll get there in a minute. So Drew texts, Everett texts Drew to say, look, we need to have an emergency conversation. Drew's like, bruh, you texting me because you worried about an ID? Drew's like, look, trust is the issue here. I hate to admit it. He had every right to text him over there because this whole thing is about trust. And that's what I keep trying to enforce about Diana. Trust, lying, and loyalty. I thought he was going to die. Now,
I did too.
I got that one wrong. I've been saying the whole season Drew is going to die. No, he's not.
I thought Everett might have died in that scene.
No, excuse me, not Drew. I'm sorry, Everett. That's what I meant. Everett. Everett is a survivor, y'all. He is surviving. He survived through this thing. He made it. He's still alive. Talk about it, honey. Is he going to ever die? Because Lorenzo still want him dead.
Well, I mean, he escaped the season 4, 2, 3, whatever season we going into. I mean, he's still a possibility. Now, I did think after, I don't know if you're about to go to the fight scene.
Oh, that's the very, let's go ahead and go there. The very next scene, we realized who the insiders was working for Mecca. And honey, I said this about Carlito. Y'all remember that video I did? I said, Lorenzo, how the hell can you trust Carlito if he turns on old boy just that quick? Old boy was in the middle of getting him some panty draws, and your right-hand man come in with Lorenzo shooting. I said, you can't trust him. So here he is. He turned on Lorenzo, really working for Mecca, and they about to beat up Drew. Talk about this. Honey.
Now, I thought this was over. It was over for Drew in this scene.
You thought it was over?
Yeah, because he had no help whatsoever. And I thought potentially Everett would hear something or turn around and try to help.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I thought Everett was going to come running back.
Crystal wanted to see Everett get in there and give some fighting. But you know what? Kane comes to the rescue and saves Drew and gets Drew not to kill Carlito.
Kane know that he was going to be there?
Because this was part of the plan. They had this planned out the whole time. This is where he was supposed to be at.
But he went there to meet up with Everett first.
No, this is a different scene.
Okay.
Yeah. This because these two dudes wasn't there with him and Everett. And you see, they got the bag.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to figure out, man, damn, Mecca, all Mecca dudes look like Prince and shit and the Force. Oh, look at this dude, all slick back hair and stuff. I mean, Mecca had the prettiest fighting squad ever. He had that girl that looked like Black Widow. He got this dude with the slick hair. Mecca, you might need to get you some better soldiers, man. And stop letting them be Prince in the Force, bruh.
I said Prince was tough though.
Prince was tough, but a knockoff version of Prince ain't tough. That's the problem. You got to have a real Prince. Then we get to this scene right here. And this was one of my favorite scenes because Diana, damn it, she crying, honey. She feel like a mess up. Damn it. She feel like a snitch because she looked in that bag. She realized Dante was a global snitch and you know, she done found out all this information and all that, and she just feeling bad on herself. And you know what her daddy did? This is what a real dad does. A real dad doesn't try to bribe you to do his bidding by giving you a fucking Porsche. A real dad loves you with acts of encouragement, holding you, hugging you. He tells Diana, and he looks her in her face just like this. Let me tell you something, mommy. No daughter of mine is a snitch. You understand me? You did what you had to do for the family. I love you. And you know what? What you do is so much smarter than what we do because you're 3 steps ahead. So all you women that's on Diana case, including you, Miss K, I know you watching, please subscribe to Miss K's channel. Get off her because the daddy has released her of y'all's sick burdens. Let me put her face back up there. There you go. Whole thing. I was feeling sad for her, man. And I was worried the daddy was going to tear her down. But you know what the daddy did? Built her up. He built her up. Now, what you got to say?
Nothing. That scene was okay with me. I was fine with that. What? Oh, goodness.
That's right. She was fine with that. Moving right along. Then we get to Mecca and Monet. Some of us speculated that the best way to kill Mecca was you had to let the people that are closest to him be the ones to do it because he wouldn't see it coming. He never saw this coming for Monet. But I always contend, you know, there's no honor among thieves, drug lords, criminals. There's no honor. So what he thought, that love was going to supersede any feeling she had for him?
You know what? He was giving straight stalker vibes in this.
He was
talking about
in this?
Yes. Like honey, this scene, it came to a head.
Honey, what have I been telling you women the whole season? And y'all was trying to tell me I was tripping. And I was like, no, I won't. Because if it was some ugly dude that didn't have money doing the same behaviors he was doing, y'all would call that stalking. But because he's good looking, bald-headed, put dye in his beard, got jets and limousines and Porsches, it's okay for him to do that stuff. But if it was the same Marvin from Players Club doing this, y'all would have said it was stalking. He's got stalker behavior. Yes, expand, honey.
Yeah, and I can't remember exactly what he said word for word, but he was basically saying something like, well, you betrayed me, I betrayed you. We belong together.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you go. I'm like, what kind of stuff?
Nigga. This ain't Mariah Carey.
She don't need to kill him for the other stuff. She need to kill him because he ain't going nowhere.
He up here singing Mariah Carey, "We Belong Together." No, bruh. If anything, he should have just tried to make a relationship with his kid. Say, Monet, you know what? Since you don't want me, fine. I'm gonna have a relationship with my son. I'm getting on this plane. I'm going.
Question.
Go ahead.
Why did we have to go through all of this as opposed to her just shooting him on the boat?
Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta let you see her face. Say that again, honey. Say it again. Say it again.
But why do we have to go through all this instead of her just shooting him on the boat?
Wouldn't it have looked very circumspect if she shot him on the boat?
She had a lot of opportunities to just shoot him.
But
one issue was Tariq wanted her to wait to get his money.
Yes.
But still, if the end game was just to kill Mecca, am I missing why we had to drag this out? Were they trying to do something behind the scenes, or why did not just shoot him? Because they bed partners, they rolling around in the bed, wake up early and shoot him.
That's right. He finally got the draws. But see, this is the problem with Monet. Her panties only get wet when she's in exotic vehicles. Remember the helicopter? Now the boat, he got the draws on the boat.
Okay.
But honey, if she would have shot him in the bed of the boat, what we gonna do the rest of the 50 minutes? That would have been like, that would have been like Minuteman. Microwave dinner, we're done. What we gonna do the rest of the 50 minutes?
But now you got your kids all. there was like this big old scheme.
Yeah.
When all she had to do was shoot.
But if she would have done that, what are we going to do the rest of the 50 minutes of the show?
You're right, I guess.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I'm in the writer's room.
Am I missing something, y'all? Tell me why she.
Let's see. Let's read the comment. Let's see what they say. Okay, they say. Let's see. Monet didn't know Mecca was a snitch until Tariq told her, but she still was planning to kill him anyway.
Right.
That didn't even matter. She was still planning to kill him. Mecca was getting ready to shoot Tariq once he got there. She saved Tariq. She was still planning to kill him. Okay. As Mark Dark would say, Mecca clapped them cheeks. Okay, but she was still going to kill him. He was obsessed with Monet. She wouldn't have gotten away with it. He probably had security on the boat. There you go. There you go. He can't drive a boat.
Okay.
He's a government informant that can't drive a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed an alibi.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
She had several other opportunities to get him where she could have been low key. Now that you got people coming in and out of the building on cameras. Now you got Tariq on camera, but you got people you gonna come in and out of the building. Now you got to scrub his cameras, and you got to.
Well, look, she can blame it on Tariq. Ain't they blaming everything? Ain't they blaming all the other killings on Tariq?
True.
The Tejadas just love blaming Tariq for their mess. So
that might be how it's gonna go.
So now they can blame Tariq for this new mess. There you go. So then we get Lorenzo going to this hangar where he think he's about to shoot Dante Mecca. And ladies and gentlemen, in the rightful way it should have happened.
Oh, goodness.
He winds up shooting Freaky Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about this, honey.
Monet's baby. He shot Monet's baby.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't just fall back and do what she told him to.
What did she tell him to do?
She told him, let me kill Mecca and you just sit tight. I'll take care of it.
And what did he say? I need to protect my family.
Mm-hmm.
I need to protect my family.
Sure did. Protected him from the baby you ain't know you had. So he is protecting his family.
He protected his family. He
ain't protecting hers.
So like, and I think she still had designs on some NBA life. Mm-hmm. And so did I. Where my basketball at?
Oh, good.
So did I. I wanted to see this show go right to the NBA with Freaky Zeke, so we can get a Zeke crossover like Allen Iverson. That's what I wanted to see. Now we're not going to get it because my man dead. Mm-hmm. Only crossover I'm going to get is him doing some kind of a music crossover with Cardi B or something because he sang. Mm-hmm. The boy sang now. Mm-hmm. So I told y'all he was gone. Then Tariq gets up to the room. By this point in time, Mecca's dead. Tariq's like, you take care of this nigga?
Yeah. Basically, he did it too early because he didn't get his money, right? Wasn't he upset about that?
Yeah.
Did he get his money? He didn't get his money.
The whole reason he's going to stay in the game is because he didn't get his money. But like Monet said, he was planning to shoot Tariq when he got off the elevator, and then he was going to turn around and shoot her. Mm-hmm. So
now, did Monet do it on purpose so she can keep Tariq in the game?
No, I doubt that. No. Because look, at this point in time, Monet's motivation is still Freaky Zeke. She's still thinking, look, I'm out the game. I'm going to use Freaky Zeke. But as Tariq told her in that moment, look, I ain't got no product. You ain't got no product. We still need each other. I'm going to stay in the game. That's what he said. That's what he said in that moment. So anyway, and then, honey, we get to the house. Lord have mercy. Mm. Look at that is the look of a man who know he done messed up.
Oh-ish.
Oh, Lord have mercy. And they are all sitting around the house taking a look at TV. And on TV, they announced that world trafficker, global snitch Mecca is dead. And guess who is the CI that he called? Good old Blanca Rodriguez. And one of the detectives pulls a picture from the security cam that had been fully wiped, but they was able to get this. She automatically realized it was Tariq St. Patrick. Right. So now we get to see a dance done with her, Cooper Sachs, Tariq, and the Tejada family. Mm-hmm. I like Blanca. A lot of people don't like her voice, and I just what the fuck? You don't like her voice, man. I mean, shit. Right. Come on, man. Come on, you can do better than that. I like her voice. I like the fact that she annoyed people enough that you didn't like her. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. You want to invoke something And you don't want to just be mainstream.
Right.
You don't want to be. You need to be either loved or hated.
Right.
And
So
she was hated. Yes,
yeah.
she did her job.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. And then we got Pillow Talk with Cooper Saxe. Lord have mercy. Now, honey, Cooper Saxe gets in here. He's feeling emotional. He's feeling his morality coming into play. And he's telling Jenny, look, I'm willing to be an informant on your behalf because my life is important and for your love.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen, honey?
Well, they setting it up for next season. Mm-hmm. You're going to have Tariq and the Tejada family against insiders who are trying to bring Tariq down. So you got Cooper Saxe. You got, who is the other one? Cooper Saxe. Of course, Blanca. And so they might team up. Yep.
Tamika's not done.
True.
She know everything.
True.
Davis McClain is implicated. And the bar that Cooper Saxe can hold over Davis McClain head is he wants his brother out. And Davis McClain know the truth. I mean, Cooper Saxe know the truth.
Yeah.
But Cooper, brother, Jenny Draws ain't that good. They is not that good unless he's really in love. I think he might finally be in love. He's tired of this dirty life. And he fell for the tears, honey. He fell. Now, you got to admit, I didn't fall for her tears. Let me put that face back up there. I ain't fall for that. And you know why? Because I did not like the way she treated Yasmin.
Oh, goodness. Okay. All right.
But ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say this. I'm calling it right now. I'm about to write it down. Cooper Saxe does not survive through next season. He is about to let the panty draws put his ass 6 feet under. He does not survive next season because of this woman.
Okay.
That's the look of being in a casket.
So what's going to happen with Tariq? Do you think the Tejada family is going to turn on him and sell him up the river?
No. If they do, it's just going to be temporarily. No. They need Tariq. Tariq need them. All they did with Tariq was replace his old family with a new family that had their own set of problems.
True.
That's all they did.
Now, does Tariq stay with Effie when he finds out that she killed Lauren?
Now, see, Tariq is going to have a problem because I still envision a threesome with him and the whole Pat Leather gang, Diana and Effie. I still see that. I just don't know how they're going to write that story because he might not like Diana like that, but he's
about Lauren.
What about Lauren?
Find out that Effie killed Lauren.
Well, I'm saying he's still probably not going to kick her to the curb because Effie has accepted Tariq and all these killings. Effie know all his business, and she's still sitting there saying, "Look, I'm your ride or die."
Right.
You know, and he probably let her get away with a little bit of that, but I still see some beef between him and Diana coming, and maybe a team up. Which one you think I want the most? I want the beef. I want to fight. I want to see wigs pulled out.
Between Diana and Effie?
Because you said it. You want some get back for the way Effie ran up on Lauren and decked her.
I wanted Lauren to do it.
Well, you can forget that. You can forget that.
I wanted Lauren to do
That's not going to happen. So I'm trying to help you out. By the way, we've got 900 people watching us. Can we get 900 likes, 900 shares? And be sure to come back around 3:30-ish when I get a chance to get us up here for Tommy's story. And shout out to my homie J Mo, who is in episode 1 of Tommy Book Force. So now we hear Tariq voicing over Love and War. And as they're going through it, we get Rashad Tate, councilman, done made him a plaque already. And his brother's like, you damn fool.
You still got to run for the position.
You still got to run for the position. And the brother's supposed to be mad because he done lost his job. You know what Tate says to him? Come on. You get to be head of my security.
It's already done.
Already done. But ladies and gentlemen, we better hope like hell that Kamal hires people that are taller than him in his damn security force. Because he's going to be running around there with the damn Oompa Loompa security force. Ain't nobody going to be scared of them. He better go hire him a Shaq. He better go hire him a Tim Duncan. He going to have to hire some dudes taller than us. Because remember, he's shorter than Tate.
At least he's taking his brother for the ride.
Of course.
You just screwed up his career. Take him along the way.
Of course, you got to do that. That's called nepotism. That's called Black Power. Happy Black History Month. Or as I like to say, happy Black History every day. Every day. So yeah, I'm happy to see that, and I can't wait to see them on Influence. Influence. Then we get Effie giving his sweetie pie a kiss to go back to New Haven, Connecticut, to school. And he's telling her to drive safe. They just sunsetting this little thing between them. Right. How do you envision what's going to happen with them next season?
I mean, they're going to pick up where they left off. And Tariq better fall in line, because if not, he got some fatal attraction on his hands. Look, she already got the do ready. Look.
Oh, yeah, she do got the fatal attraction hairdo going. Yeah. Tariq just better be happy he ain't got no pet that she can boil. He ain't got no pet rabbit she can throw in a stew. And Yaz is gone. So Tariq has no attachment. You can't hurt Tariq at this point. Tariq is very dangerous. He's very dangerous. That's true. Right. So his girlfriend is gone. So he don't have that attachment. The only other way you can get to him is Braden. And we know Tariq dirty enough, he'll probably kill Braden if he needed to. That's just Tariq. Right. And then he sends his mom a note saying, Mama, one of these days when I get power and influence and money, I'm going to come for y'all. And she's sitting there just crying her little eyes out. Oh, are they going to see each other again?
I don't know.
They're going to see each other again.
Maybe when I don't know.
They're going to see each other again. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. They're going to see each other again. And then last but not least, Detective Waiting to Exhale gives Monet Tejada a call to say, are you the guardian of Zeke Cross? And he says, I'm the mother, yes. Right. Your son died. And did y'all notice how they casually decided to end the show before Monet could show some emotion? Because my wife said Monet can't show no emotion. Y'all be ashamed of yourself. Talking about her acting range is so limited.
No, you know she ain't showed no emotion this whole, except that smile when what's her name put that necklace around his neck, around her neck.
That ain't all he put on her either.
But yeah, this is it. This is the
height, the grief, the height of her emotion. Damn.
They cut it quick.
But still, he had this look on his face when that phone call. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2022. Who still has a landline phone in their house?
I ain't think about that.
Yeah, who still do that? Where they do that at?
Well, you still got Daddy in the house, and wasn't he frozen? He was in jail for how long?
20 years.
So yeah, Lorenzo still want them landlines in place.
Oh, because when he left, they still had beep. They had beepers when he left.
Right. That's Lorenzo phone.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, post all your comments. Let us know what you think. How did you like it? I thought this was a great way to end it. Let me shout out my super chatter. JRC4980. What about the phone and Yaz stuffed animal? Love the content. Absolutely. I said that to my wife. I said Yaz still has that teddy bear with the phone in it. And are they going to use it? Of course they're going to use it. They have to. They're going to use it. Tariq going to wake up one day, know he's in a lot of trouble, and be like, oh, Yaz still got that phone. I hope she let it charge. I hope she plugged it up sometime because he ain't give her the charger. So hopefully they don't try to say that, it lost charge. She'll plug it up, and then he'll call her, and then they'll instantly pick up. Boom. There you go. Let's see here. Let's read some comments before we go. The way Monet looked at empty chair at the diner table. Yeah, that was the same way Clint Eastwood tried to say Barack Obama was an empty chair at the Republican National Committee. It was sad and horrible. What else we got? Female assassin. I want to know what happened to her too. I hyped up that Black Widow that Mecca had. I want to know more of her story too, but I guess we ain't gonna find out. Thank you, Power. Let's see here. The phone for tracking. Maybe that's what he's doing. Somebody's gonna say it's charged. Let's see. Tressa C is saying Lorenzo probably wanting to break. Oh, good gracious, back into prison. Yeah, it's over for him. Somebody's picking on the joke I had about the the Avengers of Mecca, and they are all disbanded now, so we won't get that no more. Somebody says, Gary James says, lazy writing. What part was lazy for you, Gary? The way they got rid of Mecca? Hey, DeAndre Lucas, what's up? Let's see here. Exclusive news insider. I hope to be happily married like you guys are someday. Hey, man or lady, just keep looking. Do you for right now. Make you the best person you could possibly be, and then keep your eyes open as you're looking around for good people. That's all you got to do. And if you really want to get a good woman, all the women I know named Marquita and Crystal are great women. So go and find you a Marquita, find you a Crystal. You can't go wrong. Let's see here. Mecca was dying. Mecca dying was so climactic. Yeah, I agree. My folk, Big Lover Ron says this season was fire. Tressa C said, did y'all catch that Tariq asked Effie to transfer? Yes, we caught that. And she was like, nah, she ain't doing that. So that they just leaving more mystery with Effie. Like there's so many unanswered questions with Effie, and that's what they want. Let's see here. You was definitely right about both deaths. Yes, thank you. And I was right about Yaz and Tasha, and I was right about Blanca. I was wrong about, it was something I was wrong, and I was really mad about that. Oh, I was wrong about Tariq getting somebody pregnant this season, and I'm mad about that. And I was mad, yeah, that's it. And I was mad about Everett not dying. I don't know what purpose he's serving other than maybe they're going to give him a bigger role next season. So we'll see where they go with that. Sax is who? T.O. Tariq. I don't get what you're saying. Let's see here. Ninth Dimension says Effie is the new female lead. You think he's going to take that over Monet? I doubt it. Tariq is the smartest on the show. I would beg to differ. I would say it's between him and Effie. Because Effie pretty smart too. And let's see here. My folk, she goes to Yale, better options. Remember, it's all about her first. Of course it is. She's funny. Anyone think Theo is playing Davis? That you don't know.
Theo is the brother?
Yeah, they're saying that their names is flipped.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think so. We haven't learned enough about him to know kind of what his character is like, but no, I just think his brother's sitting up in jail and he said, leave it alone and I can just sit here forever.
Okay. And my folk, Alex says they don't know Tariq killed Mecca because they can check the time when he entered the penthouse. They would still try to pin it on him and say that he did it. They would say that the last person that was seen going up that penthouse was Tariq. They can write. That's easy to write that in, my brother. Let's see here. What happens to Tariq without school? That's what I said. What is going to happen? Because now Braden has implicated Stearns Enterprises, and Stearns didn't know that this was going on. This was Stearns' boyfriend that put Braden as the president of the LLC. Right. So Stearns Enterprises is implicated. Zeke ain't in school no more. So what the hell does Stearns need with Tariq? What are they going to do about that? Not to mention, he's supposed to be Zeke's roommate, switched it up with Braden. Now Braden gone. Tariq ain't got no roommate. Right. So they're going to bring in a new star basketball player. I got something for y'all. I got y'all.
What? You
can make Everett the star NBA player that's dumb as hell upstairs. Now Everett got to get tutored by Tariq. And then you can have all these schemes with Everett being Drew's sweet thing and Everett trying to stay out the game. And Tariq got to tutor him. And then Everett gets too close because he loves Drew.
So now he got one foot in the door, one foot out.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to quit giving y'all stories. Somebody needs to start cutting me a check now. Start cutting me a check for these stories. And last one. Here we go. Why can't Tariq just transfer to another school? He has good grades. Why are they acting like Stansfield is the only school? Well, the reason they're doing that is because Tariq's trust is basically overseen by Stearns. Stearns has a direct hand in what happens to that trust because when Tariq graduates that school, he gets to take over Club Truth. So that's why Tariq has to go to that school. He can't go nowhere else.
And Stearns got him into that school.
So that's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back around 3:30ish, 4 o'clock to review the first episode of Power Book Force starring Tommy and my boy J Mo. He's all up in there. So y'all be sure to get ready to go check that out. And we'll see y'all in a few hours for that review. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, I'll see you. And don't forget to come back this week. I got those star interviews lined up. Amani Lewis, she's coming through on Wednesday. She plays Charmaine on Hightown. And then Thursday, Cooper Sachs is coming. Shane Johnson to talk all things Power, his favorite scenes, his career, and what they might have him doing in season 3. So hit me on IG with questions you guys might have. And shout out to the IG squad. Y'all had me loaded up this morning. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you.